All right. Welcome, welcome. Really excited about today's conversation. We're going to be talking about DEI and international development. I am so excited to have this amazing guest to talk about this. Not only is he a DEI expert, but he's also someone who works within the development space. And I thought that this would be just a very interesting conversation to have, especially based on where we are right now in the world. So, for those of you who are joining us, thank you so much for joining us. You could be anywhere this Friday. So, it's Friday afternoon for me. It might be morning for you, might be evening for you. So, thank you so much for joining us. I know you could be anywhere, but you're here with us today, and we really appreciate it. I think straight off the bat, one of the things I just want to make sure that I mention is that we all might have different ideas, different opinions about this topic, and that's okay, right? This is just meant to be a conversation where we come together, share our thoughts, share our perspectives, and maybe leave with some new perspectives as well, right? So just want to set that intention. I also want to set the intention that this is a room for you. So if there's something that you want to share, please feel free to raise your hand. I'd love to have you join us on stage. If you have a question, if there's some experience that you would like to add. And I also would love to have you react, right? I can't see your face. My guest, Tayo, also can't see your face, but if something that he says resonates or you want to react in some way, please feel free to use the react button. All right, so without further ado, I'd love to invite Tayo to introduce himself and tell us a little bit more about what he does. Tayo, thank you so much for joining us this Friday. Who are you and what do you do?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's a real honor and a pleasure. So I am excited to do the following. I know a lot of us here have some interest in diversity, equity, and inclusion. And so as I'm introducing myself, I'm going to start from the lived experience perspective. I am a Nigerian who grew up on 5 countries and 4 continents. And the first decade of my life was spent in and out of several military regimes before we transitioned to civilian rule. And then my father's job as a diplomat began to take me to different parts of the world. So I grew up on 5 countries and 4 continents. That was where my so that was
about this before, but it's still really impressive to hear.
no, I appreciate that. But interestingly enough, I always start there because that was what sparked my interest in social justice and just figuring out the inequities of the world. Having your first experience be one where you are witnessing the amazing potential of the several groups that you're surrounded by, but also constantly aware and vigilant of what not to say. And so as my father's job began to take us to different